When the bacon is sizzling and the pan is hot, cooking with Stoney Stone, cooking up all that he's got. From the highway to the back road, he's cruising the mile. Driving with Stoney Stone, you'll be there in style. Out on the water where the big fish will bite, old farts fishing from morning till night. Check out all the catfish action with Catfish Wars. Need some great stories, he's got them to share. On his Fishing with Stoney Stone podcast, he's always right there. Oldfartsfishing.com is where you should go for the online store and the whole darn show.
Real estate, photography needs services for all your real estate photography needs. By Stoney's Photography. Don't hire a phony, hire a Stoney. Lots of availability. Next day turnaround, great quality, all quality and reasonable rates. Order online at Stoney'sPhotography.net.
Join Kevin Brock for giant coconut tricks and tips. Secret corn brine for bigger coconut. Shasta Whiskey Town custom rod giveaways. Free prizes for everyone who attends. January 17th at noon. International Sportsman Show in Sacramento.
Snag 'em, bag 'em, custom hand-painted lures, custom leaders made just for you. Hook 'em big rods and racks, cute, hook 'em all, big or small, sometimes not at all. Amazing fishing, bait and tackle, home to the world's strongest fish attracted. Triple X blood, Johnson's bait and tackle, everything you need to make them fish bleed. Fish Kevin Brock, Brock's gear and guidance. Fish with a pro, catch like a pro. Champion's cleaning solutions, from top to bottom and everything in between. We get it clean. You makers, custom welding and fabrication, built with purpose, forged with precision. The winning combination. Thank you for supporting Old Farts Fishing and Fishing with Stoney Stone. Let the fishing begin.
Are you ready?
The Whiskers in the Winter Catfish Bash.
January 10th, be there, Clear Lake, California.
Don't miss it.
We have a great lineup for 2026.
Hey, what's up? It is Monday night, 7 o'clock, and I'm Stoney Stone, and I'm here with my co-host,
Darren with Team Sift.
Team Sift. Who is Team Sift? We know who you guys are. You're out there catching some fish, aren't you?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while. But we did make a new team
Yes.
just for catfishing.
Yep.
And what is that team? Oh, wait, look.
The
Right there.
Channel Cat crew.
Channel Cat Crew. I don't know
What
if
you
can
gonna
see this.
do?
What you gonna do when they come for you? So a new team, new year. We'll see what's gonna happen. So
Yep.
watch
It'll
as
be fun.
we go. Our very first tournament coming up is Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday. We're
Saturday.
just jumping right into it.
Yeah.
At first.
Yep.
Um,
Hopefully we win it.
hopefully, it's been an interesting ride ending last year, going into this year. We've got 21 teams already registered for the very first bash of 2026.
Perfect.
And looking forward to, some new players coming in. Some people that haven't fished in a long time have joined up, and, hopefully that continues to grow. So
Yeah.
Jake's doing a really good job of trying to keep us on track. And, we're still going through growing pains, as every, organization does out there. Is every time you get to have a little success, there's always something that, you got to overcome. And we did a lot of obstacles last year.
Yep.
And looking forward to getting onto a great catfishing year for 2026. And, we're doing it with a new team.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. So a lot of new things
It'll be
going
fun.
on.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll have some growing pains, I'm sure, but
Well, we
Get
went
through
out.
it.
We went out a week or so ago, and our very first trip, I posted a bunch of little short videos of us out there, catching some fish, and we both did well on our own.
yeah.
And now we've joined forces, and there's no reason why we shouldn't do better.
Exactly.
And, so we'll see how that goes,
should.
and we should.
We should.
But at the end of the day, we're gonna have fun. I mean, that's the bottom
Yeah.
line,
Yeah.
and I think that's one of the things that when we talked about it. When we talked about some just breaking things up in the studio, that one of the elements that we wanted to have was the fun element.
Yeah.
And
It's got to be enjoyable.
and you're having a good time out there, and you were having some issues, and Anthony and I was always fishing by ourselves, and we would bring. The one thing I think that may have hurt us is that we weren't consistent the same three every tournament. It was either me and Anthony, or me and Anthony and JR, or me and Anthony and the guy from the casino, or
Yep.
or me and Anthony and somebody left me at the boat ramp, and my team's not here, so we're
Yeah.
throwing our boat. I mean, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
We had an open boat, and we had fun doing it, but I think that hurt us competitive, because now we're kind of doing it more for fun than it was to be competitive.
Right.
And we ended up doing really well. And now we're going to this year, so now we're gonna say, what? Let's go ahead and make this a little more competitive. Let's see what we can do.
Yep.
We're always willing to learn. You bring a lot to the table, and we've seen how you've grown in this.
Just a small table, though.
It's just a small table, but hey, it's a table. Keep that table small.
Yep.
And no, we're gonna see where it goes. So I'm looking forward to as much of this year as I'm gonna fish. We all know what not to put a downer on that stuff, but I've got those things I'm working with for me, and I'm gonna go out fighting, and we'll see what happens. So.
Yeah. For sure. It's going to be good.
So yes, Bash, 21 teams. Looking for some things that people are wanting to know is blast off is going to be at 7:30. So we've bounced those times around a little bit. 7:30 is not too bad. Light is starting to get about that time. So at least it's not 7, right? 7 was a little tight. Fog, all that other stuff. So 7:30 we should be good to go. Live well checks will start a half hour before or an hour before, so say about 6:30.
Right.
People start showing up about 6. Take your time, get your boat in the water.
Yeah.
Make a safe, journey across wherever you're launching from. There's a lot of places to launch from.
Yep.
It is a new year. You need stickers. Make sure you allow for your Clear Lake stickers.
Yeah.
Get them ahead of time. We went up, and we were lucky enough to say, hey, can you give us our
January.
stickers, and they did. So like, sweet.
Yep.
One less thing we got to worry about. So
Exactly.
plan it ahead. Make sure you got what you got in time for what you need.
Yep. Boats all registered.
Yep.
Somebody said I might need a fishing license or something, but we're going to see.
Check.
We're going to see what
Check
happens.
your fishing license. Well, now that they have the whole thing where they're not just, they all expire, from year to year. It's
Yeah.
when you bought it. So I think I have mine on automatic renewal.
Right.
So I just get a thing saying, hey, we charge your credit card. Boom, and it shows up in the mail. I'm all sweet. I got another card. But you still got to get all your other stickers, though.
Yeah.
Your sturgeon tag, if you're going to catch and release your sturgeon and
Yeah.
report it, or your steelhead, or, whatever tag you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you still got to do those. That hasn't caught up to be, in sync.
Yeah.
So
Not yet. It will.
it will.
They'll figure out how to charge us more for it.
Oh, what is it now? Like $80 for
I
a
don't even know.
for a
I don't
fishing
even wanna-
license?
I don't want to think about it.
I know. I don't think it was like $80. Sorry.
Yep.
And it's only 2
I
rods.
have to put my dang skirt on again just to go make some money.
Again. So speaking of that, so I noticed there was something on top of your head here that I haven't seen in a while. What's going on?
Hell,
Did you lose a bet?
I was off work for 11 days.
And you got lazy.
And I got lazy. Yes, I
Okay.
did get lazy. And the wife said she kind of liked the stubble up here. So I said, well,
Your wife likes stubble. Okay.
I said, if you want it to stay there, you're going to have to trim it every few days for me. It's not going to get longer than this.
There's so many directions I can go with this.
Yeah,
but
you
I
could,
won't.
but you won't. But yeah, so it's
So is that your new look for this year?
for as long as I can deal with it? Might be a week.
So it's gonna
might
be like this long?
Oh no, it's
No.
going to be this long.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. This is the longest it's been in 28 years.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's driving me nuts already.
I was like, holy man, he really wants to fit in with the guys and have some hair
I mean,
too.
now I feel like I got to go buy shampoo and conditioner.
Dude, there's
and
all
this
kinds of
other
products
crap.
they're gonna sell you.
Yeah, and mousse and whatever, gel and. all
But see,
that
at least
crap.
you can grow hair. If I try to grow the facial hair, it doesn't. I've tried. It's itchy. It doesn't look right. It's all scraggly. It's all splotchy. It does not. You look good with a beard.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't-
had the beard for a long time too.
Yeah. So
So, but yeah, it's just something that till I get sick of it, I'll shave it off again.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's some comments coming up here.
Ben asked, "Do you let your ball hair go also?"
That
No,
one?
no, you gotta keep the bushes trimmed down so the trees look bigger.
Oh yeah, you know that trick too. Ben should know that trick of
Ben
anybody.
should master that trick.
He is. He's mastered that trick. Oops, sorry, I'm breaking things up here
Yeah.
again.
So,
All
yeah.
right.
No, gotta keep the tree looking big.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to the tournament this weekend coming up. We've been, putting the work in. I think we should be able to now keep everybody on track, move forward. Let's go catch some fish. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, that sounds
And
fun.
the schedule's been posted. A few things for the tournament. Once everything's all said and done, weigh-in is at 4. So blast off at 7:30. Weigh-ins at 4. And everything just happens as normal. You guys that have done it. If you have any questions, reach out to Jake, the tournament director, or to me. Go to the Catfish page, or I can be able to either help you or direct you to somebody that can get you the answer if you need an answer. But I'm good at getting answers. I may not have them all the time, but I do know how to get them.
No, that's good.
Anyway, so yes, looking forward to seeing everybody in person, and let's go catch some big fish.
Yeah. Well, let us catch some big fish now.
Well, we're gonna do our best. We've got.
We don't want them catching big fish. Come on now.
Hey, I am going to let something out of the bag. I think there's going to be 2 teams that are going to have this new bait that just got released called Kick 'em a Pow.
Oh, nice.
So part of me is this, yes, we're going to use this and it's going to do great. But then part of the fisherman side of me is like, you never make changes in the last minute. So we're going to have to play this one by ear and see what makes sense. But I am going to have it. I'm probably going to use it on some of our baits. And I always like compare, right? So, if we're using what we know works and we throw in some of this and we try it out and it comes out to be like, wins us the tournament. Well, I only know one other person out there who has it besides us.
Yeah.
And you guys will have to figure out who that is, but you know who you are. You know who has it.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody else will have it yet. But it will be available at the ISE show.
Oh, nice.
So anybody going to the ISE show, it's coming up. I think it's the 15th through the 18th.
Yep.
Our plan is to be out there with Kevin Brock in his booth, same booth he was in last year. So he's got a bunch of new kokanee rods coming out, and he's got a salmon. He's got all kinds. He's got everything you can imagine.
Nice.
The one thing that Kevin I like is real old school. He likes kind of the old school of how things used to be done. And
Right.
it used to be you'd go to a show and you get blowout deals. Everybody was like, you'd walk out with freebies, right? Hands you just had everything. Now there's a little bit. There's hardly anything given away. Prices are outrageous. There's no real big deals. Oh, save 10%, 20%. Kevin has been known to do buy one, get one free on rods. Sometimes buy one, get two free on items.
Yeah.
It just depends on his mood. You know, he feels the love. He feels off everybody. He's not. I mean, everybody wants to make money.
Right.
But his thing is I've seen him just give rods away. Now I'm not saying he does this all the time, but there was one little kid that came in that you know his dad was going to let him buy a rod. They're looking at the prices of rods, and this kid was just like a little heartbroken. He couldn't afford it, and Kevin's just sitting there. I'm like watching this play out. I wish I would just had like that dramatic camera to get this on film. That would be hard to recreate, but
Right.
he just gave the kid the rod.
Nice.
Let him keep his money. He's like, you're gonna need a reel, so use that money to get a reel.
There you
But
go.
that's Kevin's heart, right?
Yeah.
This is why he does what he does, and so
Good guy. That's a good character to him.
and this is why him and I got together. You know, it's funny as I'm kind of jumping all over the place here as I'm
Little
just
bit.
going a little bit. But you know, the Kevin's gonna be great. The ISC is gonna be fun. We're gonna be there selling some old fart stuff. So I'll have a bunch of shirts and hats and different things out there, and all that helps make all this stuff work. So support us through your buying our merchandise, or go online to oldfartsfishing.com and go to the online store, and there's a bunch of things, gifts and things like that you can buy. So there's that. I didn't do any fishing this last weekend. It was been pouring like crazy. I don't know very many people that have. I've seen a lot of the charters out fishing.
Yeah.
The only thing that I think is hitting really good right now has been sturgeon.
And that's like kind of a misnomer too, because sturgeon never really hit really good. I mean, come on.
There are some guys that do better than others.
Yeah, there are, but I mean, there's guys that have been out there for years and never caught one.
Oh, yeah.
So, sturgeon are a rough fish to catch.
Yeah, and this is why I always tell people we've gone and caught with guides.
Yeah.
I haven't caught a sturgeon on my own. Well, I don't remember. I have to remember. I know we did in the river. We caught a couple sturgeon.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think Anthony and I did out in the Delta one year. We caught so many fish, I don't remember. That's my
I think
story.
you're just getting old and your memory's failing.
I'll have to go back and say, did we catch it on a charter or did we catch it
Yeah.
on our own? I don't remember. I do know we did a ton of fishing last year.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to compete with the amount of fishing we did.
I didn't do enough, I feel like.
No. Well, you were chasing the catfish scene. And
Yeah.
and that cuts into your fun fishing. I mean, not saying it's not fun.
Yeah.
But if you're doing like you, I've known you to be a diverse fisherman.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these guys I see coming into this arena are diverse fishermen.
Right.
Now, it's kind of interesting. I'm just thinking about this. The diverse fishermen coming in. Well, where are these guys coming from? Well, you got to think that the closed sturgeon,
Yep.
right? I mean, you can catch and release, but you
Yeah.
couldn't keep any fish, right?
Right.
So people are kind of down on sturgeon.
Yep.
Salmon's been closed forever,
Yep.
right? 3 years, 4 years, and that opened up limited. Some people were able to do it, some people couldn't, but a lot of these guys still want to fish.
Yeah.
So I think the appeal of the catfish tournament was kind of something that was kind of appealing to them. And then when they did the 1 year tournament, you know, when they had, say, Kings of Clear Lake or the Catfish Rodeo, right?
Right.
People would look forward to going to those because they happened once a year, or you know, 2 tournaments. There was 2 of them a year.
Yeah.
But there wasn't anything like what the Bash was doing with the series that you went like every other month.
Right.
And that's been a niche that Jake's been really good at, and that's what people are doing now, right? We had a great year last year, a lot of growth, and it's been around since 2001,
Okay.
when it was really, really small. And it's grown to be the longest standing series out there. Everybody else is folded for one reason or another, other than the Derby.
So it's been around for 25 years?
No.
You said 2001.
21 or
Okay.
whatever.
21.
Few weeks, 4 years, 5 years.
Okay. You had me
Right after
confused there. I'm like,
COVID.
holy crap.
No.
You were a young man back then.
No. But it shows you're paying attention. You passed the test.
Yeah.
See?
And I didn't even go to the safety meeting.
See, and I throw some things out there that don't make sense, and I got called. So It was a test, and you passed the test. So good job, Darren. You didn't fall asleep yet.
Not yet. Not yet. I did start back to work today, though, after having 11 days off. So I'm a little tired today.
Oh, come on.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Been a rough time having 11 days off.
I remember those days. I do remember those days. Now every day just seems like a day off. And,
Yeah. I'm not quite that blessed yet.
I don't know if it's blessed. I'm just sitting on my ass in pain going, just get this surgery done with.
I offered to help you out, but, that's offers there. Just let me know.
Okay.
We'll help you out. We'll do a little pain diversion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely need it after this tournament. I'm still like, man, it's going to probably be my last tournament actually for a while.
Yeah. Well, you're just going to be
things-
driving the boat.
Just sitting there with the trolling motor, left, right,
Yep.
left, right. Slime Rocket's back on schedule. That's good. Dan was having some issues and was potentially going to have to bail, but it looks like he got his stuff all in order and is good to go. So
Oh, nice.
we're holding at 21 teams.
Beautiful.
Ron Ladd
like
just
it.
registered with his team. Really glad to see him back. Let's see how they do. So a lot of teams coming back that haven't fished in a while, and there's still time.
And so far, from what I'm seeing with the weather, it looks like it's supposed to be pretty good.
So I looked outside this weekend. It was pouring down rain. We got a little break, and I looked full moon. I mean, it was lit up. I'm like, this weekend means full moon. Next weekend, no full moon. I'm like, okay, check.
Yep.
Wind, check.
Yep.
Rain, check. I'm like, it's supposed to be gorgeous.
Hopefully, that's not.
Hopefully, knock
that's
on
not-
wood. Right?
Let's not curse ourselves, but yeah. so
But
far,
what I
so
didn't
good.
see though was fog.
Yeah,
Of all these checks, and all of a sudden it's like socked
be
in.
fog.
It'll
There'll
be
be fog.
so foggy. It's like everything else is perfect, but you can't see
Yep.
but 2 feet in front of you.
Yep. It's gonna be foggy.
And that
You're right.
just go slow.
Yeah.
Trust your navigation to some degree.
Please go slow with
Go
20
slow.
boats out there on the water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We don't need anybody colliding and getting hurt
Or running straight into a mountain because they thought they were going a different direction. We won't name names, but
No, it can get scary out there.
a
Definitely
couple of other people got turned around. We're doing circles.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
I'm like, I'm looking in the distance. You see a light, and the light goes away. You see a light, light goes away. It's like, oh, that's Darren out there doing circles. Oh, keep turning right. Keep turning right. Let's see how long we can make him do circles.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
It
That
was-
would have been
was
funny
scary.
though. It was pretty scary.
Yeah. That's the worst thing about it too, is you always in the back of your mind when you're out there doing that, you're like, is there somebody else going to come flying up on you?
Right.
Because in that kind of fog, they only have a split second to react.
It was pretty thick.
So
It was definitely pretty thick.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it should be good.
Or you just be like me. Send it. Go. Oh no.
Yeah,
I got God on my side. Send it. Let's go.
yeah,
Anunnaki will save me. We're all good to go.
yeah.
That's
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, or it's not. What else? Fishing rep. So no real good fishing report other than I see some of the guides catching. The ones that are booking. I would say the ones that are booking trips right now are catching fish.
Yeah,
Leave it at that.
yeah.
Seriously, why? Because they're out there every day doing something, and
Yeah,
they're catching fish. They're
out
making
there
money.
catching fish. They know where the fish are at. They got the bait.
So if you got the means to do it, or you want to go fishing, get with a guide. There's plenty out there. Go fishing, and most likely you're going to catch fish.
Yeah, I know you're not one of the two. I mean,
might.
we went out a couple weeks ago out on the Delta, and we didn't do anything. I caught a distant relative of a sturgeon.
Yeah,
So
a distant relative of a sturgeon.
yeah, catfish.
Yeah,
So yeah, but it was just slow that weekend, I guess.
for some people,
Yeah, for
it
us,
was real slow because I didn't
actually,
even
it was
go
during the week.
I didn't
It
even
was
go.
during the week. It was Tuesday, I think. So it was kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then we went to Clear Lake and
yeah, did
we
good.
caught a few fish,
Yeah, yep,
a few little fish.
yep. Got to take the plastic off the new rod.
Yes, you got that hook 'em
that's
big. You got 2 fish, 3 fish on that rod.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the little superstition or tradition, I guess you'd say that.
So what is
Get
that?
'em- get
What
'em-
is that tradition? Let's
Well, when I buy a new rod, or you get a new rod, or win a new rod from somebody, I don't take the plastic off the butt of the rod until I catch a fish.
okay.
If I don't ever catch a fish on that rod, you'll see it in the garage because it'll still have plastic on it. It's very distinguishable. And there is a couple rods that I've kind of let go over the years because I didn't catch nothing on them.
That's why I still have some rods with that plastic still in the garage.
Yeah.
That probably because they never got a fish. I just put it back on the.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's some rods you just don't ever catch fish on. I don't know if it's a.
So if you ever go to a garage sale and has the plastic still on it, do not buy it. Think this
don't
is a
buy
great
it.
rod.
Yeah.
Just like no, there's no way he never took the plastic off.
Yeah.
That rod sucks.
Yep. Yep. Don't do it.
You'll regret
Don't
it.
do it unless you're coming to my garage sale. So I can make way for some new ones.
He's all shrink wrapping all his rods out there.
Yep.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
all right.
What else we got on the
Well,
schedule?
Ben.
Ben.
What's Ben got to say?
I always know in the lake. Yeah. It was lucky pole.
He's back, huh?
Yeah, he's got 2 lucky poles.
Yeah.
I call it what you want. He's got to be one of the luckiest fishermen out there as far as catching rods that he's lost.
That's just crazy to me. I seriously think he should probably just go buy a new rod every week or at least every tournament.
Well, he needs to catch big fish. He needs to catch fish, not rods.
Well,
you got to stop losing
Well,
rods.
I think it'd be great because then we have a chance of catching a pole.
Yeah, so there should be a pole fund. Here's a money we're gonna give Ben to go lose it, so that way we can collect it as a reward later.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
Always
funny.
comes back.
Yes, it does.
Very lucky man there.
So tech talk with Darren. Darren, what do you want to talk about technical this week?
You know, I was thinking about that, and I did a little work on Richard with Pandemic this week, and did a little work on his boat, and we were talking about batteries.
Okay.
You know, I've just got the 2 batteries in my boat for the starting and running most of my electronics. Then I've got a 24-volt battery in the front for my trolling motor. But we were talking about, I think Richard said he's got 7 batteries in his boat.
7 batteries.
7 batteries. And I said, nah, not enough room on my boat for 7 batteries. But I did end up ordering another battery just to run my live well pump. So that way I don't ever have to worry about that going out during a tournament. But how many batteries are too many batteries? Or how many batteries are not enough batteries?
I run my engine battery, and then I run 24 volt
Right?
trolling motor batteries in the front.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Am I risking thing? I don't know. I've had that boat 3 years. Never had an issue. I had one issue where I was running the graph all day.
Yeah.
Live well running.
Yeah.
Didn't pay attention to the voltage. It fell too low. I couldn't get the boat started.
Yeah.
So we ended up stuck. But it was during the tournament.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. We were catching so many fish. No.
Yeah.
We actually did pretty good. I think we won big fish that year. But we ended up, someone brought a battery out, swapped it. It was just a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
But there's a jumper box that Darren showed me. You can get them on Amazon. There's these little kind of cool little jumper boxes.
Yep. They save your butt. You charge them up, they'll jump start a semi.
So is there certain ones over others that you look for when you're looking for this? How do you know?
The cranking amps on them?
So the higher the better.
Yeah. I can't remember what the one I got is, but I paid about $120 for it.
So cranking power, $120 price range.
Yep.
Could be a little more, could be a little less, but make sure that's got a high cranking number.
Yeah.
And high is, I have no idea what that means. It just means big.
And you can charge. The nice thing about it is when you're running your motor on your boat, you could charge it off that.
Yeah.
So while you're running it,
I think yours has some ports for like USB ports and
I
stuff like
can
that.
Charge up my phone off of the thing. You can do a couple different things with it. So pretty nice.
Little handy dandy. I have to get one of
It
those.
is nice.
So if there's any sponsors out there want to sponsor Fishing with Stoner, just send that right to me. I'll send the address.
And I'll take any overflow.
Okay, we'll take one too. Send us 2. We can test them in 2 different boats. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Order yours today.
Yeah.
We're just $9.95.
Yeah. Batteries though. I mean, it's.
So-
what did Ben say?
Oh, no,
Lithium.
Yeah, Darren said lithium.
Okay. Yeah.
So how
I
much
think
is
that's
that
what
is true versus a fad versus the long, lead? What are the benefits of changing those?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the battery I bought is just basically going to be for my. It's a deep cycle battery, and it's just going to be for running the live well. It even says on the literature of the battery, do not use for a starting battery.
So it's got longer range. Doesn't have the cranking power.
Right, right. It
'Cause it's
doesn't have
just
the cranking power, but it has the long range power.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's one reason why I went to like the trolling motors, the 24 volts that I have that are they're two 12 volts that are wired as 24 volt.
Yeah.
But it's the longevity. They don't have any cranking power, but they'll last a long time. I think I've run 2 days on those, trolling all day long on 2 days, and it's still, I've never had a battery issue.
Yeah.
But I think you do that too because they're lighter than the lead batteries.
They are definitely lighter.
Right.
They're definitely a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still heavy.
Yeah.
I learned that if I want my boat to go faster, I got to take weight off my boat. That's the biggest thing we got to do.
Yeah, or just get a faster boat.
Or get a faster boat. But it's cheaper to lose weight than it is to get a faster boat.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
True.
but yeah, you'd be surprised how much weight you put on that boat that you don't even think about. That's just sitting there with rods and just debris and weights and lures and anchors and ropes and just think of anything of weight that, every once in a while you need to take everything off your boat and go, what have I not touched in a year that's on this boat?
Yeah.
What is a safety thing that's here for safety and that's why I haven't touched it versus, wow, why do I need 4 anchors?
Yeah. And that's kind of what I did when I pulled the floor out of my boat. I pulled everything out. I was just like, holy crap, there is a ton of junk in this boat.
Right.
So I thinned it out, and then this last time off, I did it again. Took a bunch of stuff, just a bunch of. What's funny is a bunch of little garbage that you don't even realize is in there until you start really looking. It's like stuff you stuff in your cup holder, or in the gunnel, or it's just there was so much little garbage in there. I was like, holy crap.
Those little weights, 4 ounce, 5 ounce, 6 ounce weights.
Yeah.
After a while,
Yeah.
oh, I'll just pick it up later. Oh, it's over in this other spot. You don't have a set spot. You just start clearing everything out, and you're like, there's 50 weights throughout this whole boat.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. That's one of my projects now that I've got a new shop. Is I'm gonna build me a little weight tray to put in the gunnels of side rails of my boat.
I was thinking you can make too.
Yeah.
Is instead of that big old blue tub for a live well,
Yeah.
you should just make a live well.
Yeah, I thought about it,
That's
but
just easier to just open and close, and
yeah, it works. The one I got works.
the guy who can fabricate anything in the world is going to use a plastic tub where you can have a live well that lights up and glows and vibrates and
Those
aerates
don't care
and
about all that.
but it'll look cool.
Them fish care about nice.
I wanna
oxygen,
breathe.
cool water. That's all they
That's
care
what you
about.
did with some PVC pipe and was it a 55 gallon or 50 gallon?
35 gallon.
35 gallon. Okay.
Yep.
It works.
Great. Yeah. I've never had a fish die.
We need Eric's long ass arms though to be able to reach to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they don't like it when you stick you stick your hand down there and you accidentally don't stick it in their mouth.
Okay.
They get a little feisty.
Or you have that burping tube that never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
But anyways,
I'm gonna say that other two you don't blow into other part. Never mind.
yeah, you don't suck on the other end when you put the burp tube in.
You only fall for that trick once. Oh, just kidding. Oh man.
What else we got to talk about today?
We're not talking about that.
No.
So one thing you see a lot of in the I don't want to say so much on the news. If things get really blown out, it goes in the news, but you see it online quite a bit. Is I would say violations of fishermen or hunters' rights.
Yes.
Meaning we have the right to fish, we have the right to hunt, and knowing where those lines cross and what happens when people impede on that. And you're seeing more and more these viral videos of people, it's usually a glitter boat, not always, but sometimes it's a little bass boat thrown into a dock somewhere, and you got the old person or young person or just a person coming out. You can't fish that, and it just goes viral every time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure hunters, if you're a hunter, you get that a lot
yeah.
too. If you're, shooting on the river or whatever your permits allow and you're within everything you're supposed to be doing, you still get,
I seen one just the other day. I guess it looked like it was some duck hunters hunting up river a little ways and shot a duck, and it drifted down into the shore further down from where they were hunting. And they went down there to retrieve the duck like a responsible hunter would. They never actually went on shore. They stayed in the water, went up, retrieved the duck. But a homeowner, where the duck had washed up, there was a homeowner there. They came out and started throwing rocks at them
wow.
and hitting their boat, and everything else. It's just guys never step foot on their property.
Right.
But
And this is the interesting part is when that starts happening, it's not just a slap on the wrist. I mean, there's some felony charges depending on the state, the county, or how serious they're going to take it.
yeah,
Especially if you live in a county like Yuba County, Sutter County, maybe even parts of Sacramento County, but it's more of in the rural places where people like to hunt and fish, and it's going to be
and
treated, I think, a
it's
little
big part of the
different.
economy too.
Yeah.
So
But it's definitely, it's just getting to, it seems to be at a hand. I had an instance a few years ago, and this is where I see it amongst fishermen as well, is like, okay, you're talking about a landowner or a homeowner or somebody on a dock, giving a fisherman a bad time. But I see it fisherman to fisherman. You're in my spot. What are you doing? You're too close to me. Or, does that fall under the same thing as these fishermen's rights to harass another fisherman, right?
very well could.
And how is that any different? And you see it a lot, right?
Yeah.
I had an incident one time we were coming out of Clear Lake, and they're at the Oaks, and it was during the summer, a lot of people around, and there was a couple guys fishing on the piers there, right? Not on the actual boat ramp, but they've got a couple piers there. And there was a lot of boat activity. There was 2 boats there at the dock, and I can't just whip in there, right? So I'm just kind of waiting my turn to see what these guys are doing, and I'm kind of circling a little bit. Well, I didn't realize how far out these guys had their lines. They had them way out there. Well, apparently when I went through, the lines getting to my prop, and it started just ripping his line, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't on purpose. It was before I could even say, hey, mother, this and that. He's all cussing me out. I'm going to kick your ass. And I'm like, I don't even know what was going on yet. And I turned him over. What? I don't know. I can't hear him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? You got my lines, bitch. I'm going to kick you. You owe me all that. And just went off on me. And I'm like, I didn't even know what to say, right? Other than, people that know me would be like, I'm sorry, how much I owe you, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But when you start going at somebody right off the bat and just cussing them out, does this fall into those rights, those fisherman rights? So here I am as a boater, as a fisherman. That guy's fishing. I didn't get into his lines on purpose.
Right.
But how he responded to that, now I'm supposed to be, okay, everything's fine. Bullshit. It ended up being fine. The guy ended up running his mouth, and it just went away.
Yeah.
But it escalated, and there was no need for it to escalate.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell when people do it negligently compared to accidentally.
You would think.
That people, I think, unfortunately, the world we live in nowadays, people do not have patience or tolerance for other people anymore, or empathy for other people at all.
Right.
So they're only out for themselves, and it makes it to where people just jump to that anger, that I'm going to get you mode and everything nowadays. Whereas it just take a second.
And it's almost like bullying to some degree. I mean, and you're old, I'm old. You got these guys that are in their 50s. I say 50. I don't know, 58. But you're Gen X, or that time period where it was very different than what it is now. And when things like this happened, and it was usually localized to your school or to your neighborhood, or you got picked on. I remember get picked on all the time, and sometimes I was a bully, and sometimes I was a bully. It went on both sides, just depending on the situation. But now everything is fast paced. It's now your reach is bigger. It's not just your neighborhood. It's not just now it's the school district. It's California. It's all. I mean, it goes everywhere. Something goes big, and it's like now it's not just a little neighborhood thing. And I see a lot of people out there treating it like they're on their little sphere of social media upset about something, they blast it out there, and then people are going to support them or they're not going to support them. But you look at the grand scheme of things, it's just like a schoolyard.
Yeah.
You're just in your little local school of it's your algorithm school of what you're going to see. You think that's going across the nation? No, it's not getting seen. You guys just look like idiots.
Yeah.
And I just sit here and I watch and I laugh and I don't get involved in it. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
And you see it all over, but you see it, where somebody, even in my drive-in with Stoney Stone, we'll post a video of some car thing and go and put a comment. What do you think? The comments on those crack me up, and we didn't even say. We just posted a video with no commentary other than "What do you think?" And people add their comments. Like, I think people just love to fight with each other on the internet.
They do.
So we're having fun with it on that page. If you want to see some fun stuff, go watch the Driving with Stoney Stone. Most of that footage is Eric, but there is one. You got to go look through the archives. There is one of Darren on there. You got to find Darren. I don't know if PETA ever got called or what happened
I'm still
there.
waiting for him to show up at my door. Thanks, Ben. I think it was.
Yeah. He was definitely some jive turkey going on there, but there's definitely some fun stuff. And so we just throw it out there and have fun with it. But the comments is what cracks me up. It's just like, let's light a bomb and throw it and watch, right?
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. And it's sitting there with popcorn just waiting for this shit to unfold.
Yep.
And we've had our...
Got Anthony.
Yeah.
So, it's just sad, and it's like we all just need to grow up a little bit. And I go back to you guys that follow me on my Old Farts page. Is one thing I've been saying almost all year long last year was we just got to do better.
Yeah.
If everybody would just do better, things would be
amazing.
And then the other thing is one thing I've been living my life by, not to get all spiritual and deep on people, but one thing that I've really realized is that I can only be responsible for what I do and what I say.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be responsible for what you do or what my wife does or what the dog does or anybody else does.
Or what the Anunnaki make you want to do.
Or the Anunnaki make me want to do. All I can do is control how I respond to those situations.
Yes, that's all you can do.
And once you get into that space in your life where you realize that, your life really starts to come together and things start working out. Because you don't start tripping out on this stuff that doesn't mean anything in your own little world. We're nobody. Ain't nobody. Nobody knows Stoney Stone.
No.
Other sudden, this little fishing community that gets a few hundred, maybe 1,000. Even my co-host is like yawning to death, ready to go. Like, shut the hell up.
Been a long day.
It has. But I'm just saying, we have our own little sphere, our own little worlds, and in the grand scheme of things, it's like it all means nothing. It's just stupid.
Yep.
Let's just all do better, get along, go out there and fish, and a lot of things that have been done or said or are results of people's actions, and not everything you see on social media is reality. Yep. There's another piece of the story.
Stoney would know that because
I don't know anything.
Stoney loves his AI.
I can make.
Stoney loves the AI.
I love making things on AI.
Yeah. So don't believe everything you see, especially from Stoney.
Exactly. No, but even when people start running their mouths about different situations, it's not always what there's more to it, and you got to believe in the process.
Well, there's always three sides to a story.
At least three, and in this case, probably 4 or 5. But but at the end of the day, people sign up for things, they get involved in things. There's rules that they sign up to, when those rules get broken or violated, or that's what we follow, and the rest and everything else to me is noise. How we got there, what happened, all becomes noise once those rules are enforced. It is what it is, and you knew what you were getting into when you signed the rules. So I'll leave it at that. And said I wasn't going to go there tonight, but look what you made me do.
I didn't make you do shit. Remember, we were just talking about that thing right there. Taking responsibility for self,
For
Stoney.
myself, I did it. Hi, my name's Stoney, and I'm a
AI alcoholic.
AI alcoholic. I will make you do things you never knew you could do or say. All I need is one photo, and we go to town. I think there's a few of Ben floating around that I've sent him.
Yeah.
But you might have seen those too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on Eric didn't like the ones I did of him. He still thinks he looks funny.
Yeah.
But no, I've slowed down a little bit on my AI for evil, and I'm using it more for good, for useful reasons.
Okay.
It's so useful you don't even notice. That's the sad part. Is there's things I use AI for that are not bringing attention to me. things that I do to streamline, my workflows, or
Yeah.
editing, or something I got to do, or write a book.
Yep.
Research.
Yeah. Yep.
As my dad always told me, is you got to work smarter, not harder.
Yes. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
The other thing that'll make this all philosophical. The other thing is you never want to be the smartest one in the room.
I never am.
And if you are, then you need to go to a different room. And sometimes it has to be smaller. Sometimes it's bigger. You're not in the right room, which is kind of know your people is what it pretty much, I got out of it is if these aren't your people, then you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
Switch rooms.
Yeah.
And those kind of few things I live my life by is if I don't like the room, I'm going to switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's all you can do, That's where it comes down to, you can't change other people. You can't do anything like that. You can only take care of yourself and, how you react to the situation. So, that's it.
So we are in a new year, and I don't know if I even said Happy New Year to everybody, but we are in a new year.
Yes. Happy New Year, everybody.
And
I didn't make it to the New Year. I slept right through it.
Well, you made it to the new year.
Yeah,
You
I
just
made
didn't
it to
make
the New Year. I just
You're
slept
still
through
here.
I just slept through all the excitement.
We
of it.
always do. It's funny is every year. The last few years. I remember I used to just sit down in front of the TV and you go to the Dick Clark whatever,
Right.
and you'd watch it and you just watch it. It was real time and you don't have to worry about. Now everything's different. It's like I want the 9 o'clock time. I want this. I could not find one that showed just one of the shows. It was like too many commercials. But what I did find, I think, was Fox 40 had something. What was a coast to coast coverage. That one was the first time I kind of stumbled across it. But the cool part was that was just everything. It was like I went from Dallas to Colorado to all the different shows, going to all the different places. So and when they one ball drop for Texas, you saw their ball drop, and then you got to see New York's, and you got to see California. So you got to
see multiple balls.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I saw a lot of balls dropping. That did not go the direction I was thinking, but definitely it was kind of cool to watch. And but some of the
what was really interesting this weekend though is the king tides.
I was locked in my house pretty much the whole weekend. I didn't go anywhere.
Dude, it was like flooding San Francisco.
I saw something on the news and stuff. Yeah.
For their New Year, they were getting flooded pretty much.
That's crazy.
I mean, the moon with it being full and the way it was, and then the tides were really high, and then the storms we had.
It all came together.
I mean, have you been across the Sacramento River?
I did.
It's way up there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What was it the other day? We drove through, and Discovery Park wasn't all underwater. A little bit was, but not like wiped completely out. And
Yeah.
I know Anthony showed me some pictures of the rivers up there, pretty blown out.
Yeah. The American River, they've got 6 gates open up here at Nimbus.
Yep.
Which is quite a few for Nimbus. I mean, I've seen them all open up there before, but it's going to be tough fishing in any of the rivers around here for a little while.
And anybody getting near the water, I mean, I think Anthony and I were talking about this earlier, is I said the fishing community, lost at least 7 people that we knew about last year.
Yeah.
In water accidents,
Yep.
either falling in the boat, having an emergency, doing something, but something that caused, and we lost 7 people with drownings.
Yeah.
And just be careful out there. There's going to be another day to fish. You don't need to get on the water if it doesn't look safe. It's beyond your abilities, or even if you have to question it, you probably should be not doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lady that just got swept way up there on the American River, up by Auburn, on one of the hiking trails.
Yeah.
She ended up getting swept away and drowning.
And if there's no reason to go out, don't go out.
No.
I mean, reschedule. If it really, really is that bad, is it really worth it? And I guess this is the old man in me. Is like, nothing good happens after it gets dark. What do you have to go out? We eat dinner at 4:00.
Yeah. Yeah. But
The Blue Hair Special.
that king tide can get pretty dangerous too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I remember one time, and I didn't realize it was a king tide, and me and a buddy of mine went out. We were up at Rio Vista, and we were coming back in, and my steering cable broke
Okay.
on my boat. So my boat made a hard right turn, kind of freaked us both out, threw out the anchor. Anchor didn't really set, and then it finally grabbed, and I said, okay, that's cool. Let me get this rigged back up to where we can get back to the dock at least, right? And I got it there, and I told him, okay, let's pull up anchor, and I motored up to where the anchor was, and it was stuck. And I said, okay, just tie it off to the back cleat. I'll go up ahead of it and pop it out. This is the first time I've ever experienced this in a king tide, and we, like I said, we didn't realize it was king tide, but the tide was going out at the time, so the current in the river was just racing. I got to the point where it tightened up that rope, and it made my boat just swing all the way around, back facing down back river, and pulling the ass end of the boat down.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got. I mean, the boat I was in at that time probably had 2.5 feet of freeboard on the side, and by the time we got that rope cut, we had about 6 inches.
Wow.
That's how far it was pulling it down. We just finally cut that anchor up because it was so tight we couldn't even untie it. Couldn't even get it off the cleat.
Wow.
So that's how fast things can happen on that river when that water's up as high as it is, the king tides. Yeah, don't mess around. It's scary.
No, you'll live another day. You'll fish another day.
Yes.
Just live another day.
Yeah. Be a good thing.
Yes. So fisherman, hunter rights. Know your rights.
Yes.
Definitely know your rights.
What's your plan for the bash this weekend?
What is our plan for the bash? Our plan for the bash is see if we can repeat what we've been working on. New team dynamics. It's always different. People, say, oh, it's just catfishing, it's just that, and it is. We go out there and have a good time, but there's, we got to figure each other out as far as what roles we do and what's going on, so we're not stepping on each other's toes. Anthony and I had a system down that worked really well for us for a long time. Now we just got to get Darren into the fold, and that's what we've been doing is practicing.
And
System with Anthony doing it right.
Hey, there's a system. They're like, I can read through Stoney's bullshit.
I think this wasn't this last week. It wasn't first time.
No,
we've been fishing together. So
No.
I think we kind of all know what needs to happen when a fish is on. And
Well, that's what makes it nice is, I kind of joke about it is like, all these things that need to happen, but Darren's probably looking at me going, but that's what happens. It is what happens. But that's, it just was natural. And that's why I think it was natural for this team to come together like it did, was it just worked. We had a great time. And so.
it's going to get better.
Yes, it is. And we're either going to win or we're not. Or
Exactly.
we're going to have a good time and the chips fall where they fall.
Make some money or waste some money.
But you always tell people, if I was doing this for the money, I was definitely doing it for the wrong reason. And when I was doing barbecue competitions, it was kind of the same thing. With barbecue comps, if everybody's watched, Pit Masters or any of that stuff, it's that type of circuit, but on a much smaller scale.
Yeah.
But the cost to do it isn't much smaller.
Right.
By the time you buy all the meats and your entry fees and everything you put into it, we were dropping close to $1,500 to $2,000 every competition.
Yeah.
And even if you took first place, you weren't covering your cost. And you would have to take first place in several different categories in order to even make any money. So you really didn't do it for the money.
Right.
But not to take us down that road again, but there was a lot of teams that would use MSG.
Right.
And it wasn't illegal to use MSG. It was totally by the rules, but people that use MSG.
stand for?
That sodium glutamate, it's accent. It's just a flavor enhancer thing.
Okay.
It's like salt. But people say it enhances your food. And so one of the guys we were pitting next to, we were, comparing foods, and he's like, I'll taste this sauce. And I tasted it. He's like, wow, that's really good sauce. He said, well, taste this one. It was like 10 times better. He says, that has MSG in it and that doesn't. He says, if you're not using MSG, you're not placing. And he says, the reason is as soon as the judges get the MSG in their mouth, there's no getting it out.
Right.
He says, so if you didn't have a good flavor, or your flavor was there, but you didn't use MSG, but you got your box turned in first, you have somewhat of a chance. He says, but if you were the fourth or fifth person after they've already had MSG, you're not placing. And that was kind of what happened for us, is we weren't placing, because now we're just throwing money away.
Right.
So then we had to make a decision. Are we going to keep doing this and throwing money away, or are we going to just say we're not going to do it anymore?
Right.
We decided not to do it anymore just because it was fun. We met a lot of great people, had a good time. But, you make decisions when you're competing. Am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? And we decided to not do that. But I had to find something to do. So here we are catfishing.
Yep.
And, and found it's no different in catfish world
I just
than it
blame
is
my
in.
wife.
Just blame your wife.
Yeah, before I met my wife, and my wife never used to fish before me. she started fishing, and then she seen a thing for a sturgeon derby. Oh, let's sign up for that. I'm like, babe, do you realize we're not going to catch anything? I mean, we're not like seasoned sturgeon fishermen. I mean, we don't know where the good spots are. None of that. So and that was the beginning of it. I had never fished a competition before in my life.
So it's
And
all your
now-
wife's fault.
Yeah, now she had me go into the sturgeon derby, then a striper derby, then the catfish bash, and it's like, hey, why'd you do this to me? You cursed me. Now I'm like stuck,
Yeah.
and now she doesn't go as much anymore.
She's like, I'm off to something different. So squirrel.
Pretty much, yeah,
It's off.
pretty much.
But
So.
now you're fishing. We're all fishing together.
Yep.
And we got 2 boats to pick from. Actually, Anthony just got another boat, so we actually have 3 different boats.
Yeah.
That depending on the water, depending on what our needs are.
Well, I think Anthony's boat, from what I'm understanding from Anthony, is Anthony's boat's going to be for when we win the bash. We go out and lounge around on it and drink champagne.
That's
That's kind of what I was getting from it.
well. And the other thing too is thinking that there might be times where we got to take both boats, and I'm like, Eric, here, take this. It's a film boat, and he's running around filming everybody for Catfish Wars.
Does he have his boater card?
Oh, got to get your boater's card. And his drone license. Another card. He's all these cards. She just start making me pay for all these cards.
Yeah.
But no, it's we're looking forward to the bash. I think this is a good merger, for the team for various different reasons as they unfold through the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Catfish Wars is coming along. We have a vision. We're working on that now. We have a lot of great footage. Thank you for everybody that's participated, and
By the way, Eric, I've got some footage I still got to get you.
gotta get that. But we're on the fence. We keep going back and forth. Is it is it a movie that's like an hour and a half long, whatever movies are, or are we releasing this as a mini series with different,
half-hour episodes.
there's so much content. So you figure if you have a half-hour episode, it's really about a 25-minute worth of content, right? 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So if you did, 20-minute releases, we got enough material to have a little mini series going, depending on how we slice it up. And so it's definitely, I think, going the direction of being a documentary. It's just a matter, is it a mini series documentary or is it a complete, video? So
Yeah.
pluses and minuses on both sides, but it is coming together. And we will, gather footage, this year as well. We're still digesting what we did the first year, but you guys that are filming, feel free to continue to send us footage. We're gonna need that when we put together, season 2, or the next one or the follow on, however we word it. But we'll see how it goes. And it could be the next version could be about the Catfish crew, the Channel Cat crew.
Yep.
See how they started, right? We started this year, and maybe we'll follow us this year and see how we do. And that's the film. I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on how we do.
Depends on how we do. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Any questions? I'm looking through here to see if there's anything. I see a lot of chat, which is great. I appreciate when you guys are chatting along there. I kind of feel like you're in the room with us. We're in a crowded space, and you guys are having a little conversation at the bar. And we'll try to look at those and see what happens. But
Yeah.
appreciate everybody that calls in. And
We got 12 people online.
that's
Holy
all.
moly.
Our 3 devices.
Yeah, just log on to every device. So
Yeah.
the numbers get up there.
Exactly.
The algorithm doesn't care how many devices. You got 5 phones. Dial in on 5 phones. Just mute them. No.
Oh no.
But yeah, anyway, that's, man. What else you got?
You're having fun.
Yeah. So what did you do on Richard's boat? You put some trim tabs or
He
something?
extended out the little blocks that he's got on the back of his boat so he could put his trim tabs on there,
Okay.
and still keep his transducers pretty much in the same area.
Okay.
So just did a little aluminum welding, basically cut down some 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch or 3/16 inch by 4x4 angle, and bolted it on there. Came out pretty good.
There
I
you
think it's
go.
gonna come off there.
That's good.
So, yep.
So if you need any metal fabrication, whether it's boat, car, hot rod, house,
Yeah.
something custom, I would say even as far as art, if you're into that thing, he can be a little artsy. I've seen him eat some wine and cheese,
Yep.
but he can definitely build. That's the thing. He's a builder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a vision, definitely can get in touch with him. He can sort it out. It can be functional or it can be decorative
Yep.
or both.
Functionally decorative.
Functionally decorative. And if you want it shiny, you can probably make it shiny too.
Yep. Yep, probably.
How did he get a hold of you?
Just give me a call, 916-261-8278. If I don't answer, please leave me a message and I will get back to you.
He will get back to you.
Because I do work a 9-to-5 job, unfortunately.
Well, start giving this guy business so he can quit his 9-to-5 job, become an entrepreneurial person, and have all the headaches that us entrepreneurial people have, which is where are we getting our health care this year? Oh, my God, don't get me started on that. That's a whole nother
That's why my
segment.
wife's going to continue working.
Yeah, I might have to go get a job somewhere where I get benefits, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go get a job at...
That'd be nice.
Well, no shit. We'll both go work there at Home Depot. You know, does Home Depot pay benefits? I don't know.
You get on,
Anymore.
Not anymore.
full time.
I gotta go find a full-time job somewhere, but
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
mean, shit. All the fast food restaurants are starting out at $20 an hour.
But as long as they pay benefits, I don't care.
Yeah. And plus, no, that wouldn't work for you though.
Why?
You get a lot fatter, and you're trying to lose weight. You're gonna get bored and start eating
bored,
your
sorry.
feelings, and
This is a damn job. 10 hours a day.
all the young kids making funny.
Look at that old guy. He's on the fry
You don't
station.
even know how to make a burger.
He just hit the time. Buzzer.
Yeah.
No, there's a point. I feel bad for sometimes you go to these places and those people are like, that's my grandma. She's sitting there. So part of me is like, hey, go for it. They're still working.
Yeah.
But then part of me is like, fuck, they're still working.
Yeah. Well, some of them are working just because they're bored.
Not everyone retires at 49, Stoney.
I guess
It's called retirement. You got fired.
I got fired. I was unemployed.
It's just a nicer name for it.
Don't call me on my own bullshit. You get to a point where you got laid off and you can't get hired again. So you're just like, well, fuck, I'm just retired.
Yep.
Screw it.
Yep.
I'm too lazy to try. What can I do? I can take pictures. Yeah, someone will pay for that shit. Sure enough.
Yep.
And never did I know. If I only known. No, it's been good.
And now you
Yeah.
can't even take photos.
See, now I'm retired again.
Yeah. Retired or one of the two.
You can't. I'm dyslexic, or I keep telling my wife I'm dyslexic.
You can't even say that right.
No, I can't see. That's part of the problem. I can't even say it. Anyway, thanks again. What do you got going on?
It looks like we're getting to the top of the hour, huh?
Top of the hour. We will see you guys on Saturday. Now,
Yes.
Friday night, open invitation. You can meet us there at the Happy, whatever that is, the Happy Garden place. We're probably
Yeah.
gonna have dinner there. Every time we go in, they treat me like a celebrity. Oh, there's the old farts guy. Old farts guy. How are you? Hey, a special drink for you.
Yeah.
They always
Bring your boats.
With the cold ice.
with the cold ice. Yeah, they always want to know what kind of ice I want. And I want cold ice. But yeah, if you're in town there, go stop in. We've been known to see a few people in that place. Bass Lane Bangers. We hang out with them. That's where we make some memories and break some bread and have a few drinks and or just go get ready for the tournament. Either way, we're gonna go eat
Yeah.
there for sure, and then or not. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'll be joining you a little bit later. You guys, like I said, I work a 9 to 5, so I'll be getting off work and then heading up there.
We're gonna get
Instead
everything.
of the housewives or wherever, it's the catfishers of Clear Lake.
Catfishers of Clear
Yeah.
Lake.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. For sure.
Anyway, good luck to everybody in the tournament. Wish you all
The best.
the best, and I hope you come in behind us. So
Exactly.
wherever that
You
is.
guys catch a lot of fish, just not as many as us.
Well, at least we beat Stoney. That's all. Anyway, tight lines, everybody.
Yep. Stay safe on the water.
Phew.